is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holly, and Shannon.
Look at little Cutter Gugger.
Hey, who's running the board today?
It's on screen.
They trying to be.
Who is that?
What's up,
Who is
kid?
that?
It's your boy Caden.
Thought we told you to stay the hell away from the show. We've been telling you to stay away for like 12 weeks now. What are you doing?
Douglas said he got tired of y'all, so I got kicked in.
That's messed up.
Yeah, he loving
Slowing
on
with
some. He loving on some Jason Garrett. He coming in.
The
great head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Caden,
Yes, sir.
thanks for picking up the slack, man.
I try. I try.
Next man up,
Good
baby.
to- good to have you on the show.
As the great coach would say.
Do you know
What great coach would say that?
Jason Garrett.
Cameo? Is that the music group Cameo, or is that
No,
just?
this is the group. This is not.
Oh,
the
that's
music
the
group.
app.
This is the app Cameo. You can go to Cameo, select me,
Select me.
I don't know that app.
So-
I'll have to check that out.
so you can select. You can select me, and I can give you a message to one of your favorite.
Oh, is that what it is?
You pay
Okay.
like $100 and
No, I'm
They
not that
say happy
expensive.
birthday to somebody.
You're half?
or-
I'm 20. I'm a quarter. $25.
oh, that's easy. Or you could just tweet the show, and Jesse'd give you a personalized video message.
No, not for free. Not during the holiday seasons.
Caden, do you know how to answer the phones?
Yes, I do.
Okay, no, that's a legit question. I wasn't being a jerk. I don't know your skill set back there. Like you've never really produced our show.
He's
Shannon,
produced, he's
I
produced
can do
every other
everything.
show on this station in this building except ours. And you
I'm just
you
asking.
question my man.
It took Douglas 8 years to figure out that we had 2 phone lines. I'm just saying.
I got you back.
I don't
Katie.
know.
Shannon take a shot.
No,
in a
I'm
minute.
not. I'm being
Yeah,
for real.
Shannon
Why
take a
can I
shot in a
not have a
minute.
legit
Douglas,
question
man.
and y'all think
Shannon
I'm
take a
taking
shot
shots?
in a minute.
All right, 888-855-2297. So, Caden, we're going to try to take it. Here's what we're doing, too, Caden. You have to man the clock. So I put out a poll on Twitter, on the Hanging with the Boys Twitter account, HWTB. What length should fan calls be today? 30 seconds, 1 minute, or unlimited? And a whopping 40% said 30 seconds.
It's closer than I thought it would
It
be,
was
actually.
closer. 31% said 1 minute, and unlimited was 29%. So Caden, when you get them on the phone and they start talking, at 30 seconds, you hang up on them basically.
Because a lot of people want to get in. That's
I'm
why
on the phone right now.
Okay, cool. We'll talk a little bit while you're on the phone, and then we'll figure out who we got. All right, short week. Tomorrow, Mama Gross will be in studio.
All right.
Yeah.
studio.
Her and Patty, I'm going to make her bring the guitar.
Nice.
Eat a light lunch.
Light, yeah, she's going to bring pralines and
Is it pralines or pralines?
we call them pralines, but we're
I always
country.
heard praline.
I always heard pralines too, but he's from Louisiana.
He knows.
From
Is it
Louisiana.
wrestling or wrestling?
It depends on how old you are.
Why do old heads
Wrestling.
You call it wrestling, don't you? Why do old heads call it wrestling?
I don't know.
It ain't wrestling. It's wrestling.
It's spelled wrestling, but it's wrestling. If you ever watched the old Mid-South wrestling, it's wrestling. Tell them,
Old
Nate.
heads will call it wrestling in a second. What's that old wrestling over there? Y'all will call it. Are you consider yourself an old head, Nate? You in the old head category? Mm-hmm. Okay. Wrestling.
Wrestling. We'll get into it a little more tomorrow. What are our general thoughts on the Bills? Kurt?
John Brown has 800 and something yards.
Their
John
defense
Brown
is
has
legit.
800 something yards.
I hope they're a little overrated because
He
they
got
haven't really beat
5
anybody.
What was the news that came out last night? You sent us a screenshot.
No. Hold on. Before y'all start, repeat what you just said, word for word.
I said their defense is legit. And I said I hope they're a little overrated because they haven't beaten a whole lot.
Now, did we not hear that last week?
Last week?
Did we not hear that? Well, they ain't played nobody.
did.
We're talking about, it's like, y'all, we need to stop and realize that this is the NFL.
Maybe that's-
that folks are playing somebody
I guess
to
that's
win
us
these
too,
games.
We ain't beat nobody.
Nobody over 500.
It's
Wow. Now,
going to be a good test.
you can tell he'll follow whatever. He come in here taking shots, not Kurt started taking shots.
What did I take a shot at?
You took a shot at Jess's team last week. Taking a shot at the Sauce Man team.
He asked me what I thought. I just said,
Highest rated game in like 5 years in the NFL.
Something like that, yeah.
Patriots,
Frank
Cowboys, regular
Gore,
season.
man, has 437 carries, 500.
He just passed Barry Sanders for third all time.
Well, with the news that we got last night, he might
pass Emmett game.
Pass Emmitt Smith in one game. This defense, the Cowboys defense, has already been a defense that's been much maligned and hasn't been very sturdy in the middle. And last night they got a little less sturdier.
Yeah, Woods.
Antoine Woods, he will not be playing. He has a sprained MCL. So now your guy, Nate, you're going to have to count a little bit of Chris Covington. And will Tristan Hill, not Tristan, wasn't it? Tristan, yeah.
Yeah, Tristan
Will
Hill.
Tristan Hill get a jersey this week?
I don't know.
Will Tristan Hill actually be able to play this week?
I hope so.
And if he can't this week, then
Will he get a jersey this week? He has been a healthy scratch. 8 out of the 11 games?
They need to burn that damn 97 on this team. Just burn it up.
Still,
Yeah, because, Taco left and went to Miami and balling out. Like, just get rid of that. Something wrong with that jersey.
This Devin Singletary, they say he can fly, man, for 84 carries, 409. Well, that's right. We're supposed to be talking about the game we just lost.
we can talk about
sorry.
Buffalo.
we were talking about. We were just talking about.
I'm trying to get some general feelings on the Bills just to pass the time till Caden can get the phones lit up, and then here we go.
I'll say this. I'll say that the Bills are a much improved, solid football team.
Who is their head coach?
Marone? Is it still Marone?
Doug Marone?
No, it's the guy. It's the defense coordinator.
What's his name?
McDermott? Is that it?
Jesus, we don't
Sean
even know.
McDermott.
Yes, McDermott.
Sean McDermott, yeah. I mean,
But this is a solid football team. And I'll say this. This team, it's almost repetitive. You're going to hear a lot of the same stuff that we said the last couple of weeks. Frank Gore and Devin Singletary. Now, neither one of those backs, they're not over the top. They're not Dalvin Cook, right? They're not that good. They're good backs. They're not exceptional, but if you don't wrap them up and tackle them, you're going to have a long football day.
Which we haven't done very well this year.
Josh Allen, athletic, and not he's a white quarterback athletic. No. He's like legit athletic. Jeff Driscoll type athleticism, and we struggle bringing him to the ground. John Brown, speedster. Better get your head around. Because he's going up top. And of course, if you think Mr. Sauce himself doesn't, we all know.
If he don't have,
we all know. We all know
game.
that Cole is as petty as they come.
Yep.
He's having a pretty good season too. Isn't he?
If you think for 1 second he's not sitting there like, man, I want to get off on Thanksgiving Day.
He circled this on his
49
calendar.
reception, 525 yards, 10.7 average, 51 long, 4 TDs.
He circled this
At
on his
home?
calendar. Yes.
Come on.
His family's going to be there.
He going to be at the crib in Little Elm. He going to be chilling.
He wants to show him he was worth that money they paid Randall Cobb.
And then we talk about special teams.
No, let's don't bring this shit. Let's just go to the phones. Chris in Connecticut. What's up, Chris?
Hey, guys.
What's up, Chris?
I just quickly before my comment, I want to let Shannon know. I called in, I think it was on Friday. I didn't have it. You were asking me about what's going on up here in New England.
Yeah.
And I just want to let you guys know that the local sports station up here, WFAN New York, they spent a lot of time dogging Garrett yesterday, and there's a lot of rumors, as you might know already, obviously, that the Giants are interested in him, and they were, oh my God, they were all just horrified.
Oh,
thought of him coming up.
horrified.
You guys would be interested in that.
Yeah. Thanks for filling us in, man.
Hey, so my question to you guys is we're all frustrated. The team doesn't seem to be prepared, and Garrett doesn't seem to be a chess player. He's not thinking ahead. I'm wondering, are these guys, are they, and Nate, you'd be able to answer this, are they, and Jesse, obviously, but is this coaching staff lazier than other coaching staffs? Or do they not? I mean, they don't seem to come up with new ideas, way to scheme people open, or just some wrinkles. You know, I mean, you look at the Patriots; they play differently to every team, and it just seems like we go out there and we just look like the same setup, the same defense, and I don't understand why they don't seem to put in the extra time. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not seeing it.
Thanks for the call, Chris. What do you guys think?
Nate?
I'm looking at Buffalo. I'm sorry. What did he say?
I don't think they're lazy.
He wanted to know if the coaching staff's lazy because it doesn't look like
Jesse, you know all that.
I don't think they're lazy. I think there's a ton of time that's put in to coaching. One of the reasons why I never, ever, ever want any parts of coaching.
Oh, my God, the hours.
The hours of coaching is ungodly.
I used to think I wanted to do that until I got here and saw it. And I was like, thank God I didn't go that route.
Like, as a player, I knew how long I had to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, think about the guys who had to get here before me to make sure that I had what I needed when I got here.
And stay later.
And they stay later than I was after. And I was like, no, thank you.
And their off-season's not as long.
Yeah, no way. No, thank you. I think the biggest part of it is they're not lazy. Honestly, you can't be in this league and be lazy. I will say they're stubborn. Not lazy, stubborn, stuck in their ways, unwilling to change, lack of evolution. Not lazy though. I won't let that be a term that's used for coaching. Yeah. I just know how much time, energy, and effort is put into coaching. I just think they are unwilling to change their stripes. And that is the downfall of this football team. From the coaching staff perspective, their stubbornness and their unwillingness to change their environment, to change the way they think, to change the way that they do things, and relatively speaking to how the game is performed on Sundays. I'll go that far. I won't go lazy.
Do you think that Garrett, I think he said it before, I mean, he came up with the Cowboys in the 90s of, we're going to do what we do, and we're just going to do it better. And so that he now is kind of
but they
having that same philosophy, but they don't have the talent to just.
No, they have the talent. They have one of the best rosters in the league. That they're not doing it.
Stop.
They don't have one of the most talented rosters in the league.
Nah.
Offensively, I stay offensive.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, but do you think Garrett's saying, okay, this is what we do. We're going to do it, and you're just going to have to. We're going to be better than you. We're going to have to stop it because that. Is that working? And
yeah, but that's a level of stubbornness.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah, that's a level of stubbornness. Now, hold on. You can't interject now. You were looking at the sheet when we came to you first. So now you have to wait until Kurt and I get finished what we do.
Yes, sir, and I'm in full alert attention. Because, yes, I do have something to say.
Go ahead.
Jesse.
Thank y'all for saying something to get him involved in the show. Thank you.
Jesse.
Yes.
This is – everything Jesse said is true. He forgot to add. He said it, but I'm going to say it like this. You don't have to change the offense. Y'all guys have heard me say this. You don't have to change the offense. It's when and how you call plays that determine things. You don't have to spend 80. I could do, if I had just the basic knowledge of coaching, I think what they do in 100 hours, I can do my probably in 80 hours. It's what you coaching and how you coaching it and how it transfers to your players is what counts. I've said this before. I watched Troy Aikman several times. I get there early. When we used to be at the ranch, I would get there early or either I would sleep in my car late at night because I didn't want to be late. And I would watch Troy pull up. And I would watch him on the phone. He would be talking, laughing, having all the fun in the world. But when he walked in that building, he'll walk in the first front doors. He'll speak to the security guys. He'll speak to them in a professional way, ask them how they doing. But by the time he went through those second set of doors, it was a different Troy. It was a different way he thought. It was a different way he done things. It's how you handle your business. Yeah, they doing a lot of work, but is it work that transfers to the field, to the game, and the adjustments that you make? Now, that ain't happening over there because you don't see it happening. So, thank you, Jesse. Everything you said is right. They're not lazy. It's just what you're doing and how you're doing it.
I have a question. All we've heard this offseason and the beginning of the season, and even now, you just said it, Jesse, this is one of the most talented rosters. Why do we still think that? Because they showed us flashes last year. Yes, this is a talented team. If you just go look at this year, you would be like, they can't tackle, they can't stop the run, they can get to the quarterback, but not consistently. Like Amari got shut down last game. Like what's like? I think Amari's elite.
That was not that should never, ever happen to a caliber of receiver. Never, ever. The only way he does not have a catch is he dropped everything that they throw to him. Number one, he should not allow it. And number two, your coaching staff should not allow it. There's no way you can stop him. I remember we played a game in Atlanta against Deion Sanders. He was covering Mike, and they decided not to throw to Mike. They was going to feature all, and we lost that game. It was like, it was no stopping Mike. It was, he never said nothing directly to Troy, and he never said nothing directly to Noah, but the rest of us, 50-something guys, had to hit.
You heard it?
Brother, in the shower. Mike, can you at least shower? He's standing in front of the shower about to cry, just cussing and going on it. During the game, we lost that game. From the point we lost that game, it's like, Mike, Big Noon, don't bother me. I try you. I mean, he ain't calling me nice names. We in the shower. We want to fight. I mean, come on, Mike, not naked, bro. but Jesse, tell me if I'm wrong. No. Tell me if I'm wrong now.
We had a discussion yesterday. Do we blame coach? Do we blame players? You want to blame player? Amari. That's on you.
Oh, really?
That's
yes,
on
sir,
you.
bro.
That's mano y mano.
Wow.
That's.
See, I didn't expect to hear that.
Yeah, that's mano y mano right there.
Come on, you expect to hear it.
That's
bro. You expect to hear that too.
That's mano y mano right there. That's you. In jailhouse terms, that's you eating my food.
Yeah.
That's literally you eating my food.
And it ain't gonna happen.
Stephon Gilmore had one more catch than he had one more catch than Amari had.
Yeah. I was expecting to hear, they should have schemed him differently or
no. That was one-on-one.
No.
That's one-on-one.
Yeah.
That ain't Stephon Gilmore against Devin Smith or Stephon Gilmore against whoever else you want to put out there. Randall. Yeah. No, that's our best versus their best.
Yeah.
You want me to take it one step further?
And you got blanked?
For sure.
Oof.
Even the interception he had, and y'all will rarely ever hear me say this because I don't like comparing, but if they'd have threw that same ball that got intercepted, Mike Irvin wouldn't have let that happen. Mike Irvin would have let that happen. Not a play where he get his hands on that ball or either that DB, Mike wouldn't have let that happen. I looked and said, Mike wouldn't have let that happen. That's the first thing that hit my mind, like Irvin wouldn't have let that happen. See, I figure Irvin elite. Mike Irvin, he was elite. And if you take that opportunity to flick that ball out to him like that, if he wasn't going to get it, Stephon wasn't going to get it.
Yeah.
He either had to get a defensive or offensive penalty. And see, that's where I keep saying about he is elite. We love this guy. Amari. Mm-hmm. We love him. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, how Amari Cooper come out of this game
blanked?
How?
That's on a player.
That's on player number one first. And I'm saying they did throw him the ball.
And it's one thing if you tell, he was double. All right, we've been around when teams should double Dez all the time. He was doubled, man. It's tough to get him. When someone's doubled, they start, all right, coach, how can we scheme him open? But when they just said, Stefan, where he goes, you go, and y'all deal with each other. that right there, that goes back to that we talked about a couple weeks ago about looking yourself in the mirror, that one-on-one battle. Like, that's football. Like, that is the core essence of what football is. It's a one-on-one battle that I must win more often than lose.
Yeah. Brother.
And you went the entire. You want to play some blame? You went the entire game, and you didn't help your team at all.
And the biggest catch of the game, the biggest catch of the game, you dropped it. Oh my God,
that was a catch. Like, again, if we're gonna put you in the elite category, which we have, that's a catch you had to make. No matter the situation, no matter the elements, no matter any of that. If you're in that conversation, that's the catch you had to make. Especially if it was the only one you were going to get that day. That was a 4th down play.
Yeah.
You catch that one, who knows what happens after that?
We're going back to Shannon's point then. I mean, let's hang
on. We got to take a break. I know where you're going. I want to go there. We got people on the phone. We got to pay some bills.
See, that's what I try to tell y'all.
What?
But that's all right. I love you, Shannon. I love you.
What? What'd you try to tell us?
You spearheaded them guys against me yesterday. It's okay.
What? What did I do?
Let's go to break so we can come back and get the phone calls.
All right.
Get to it.
Mike, Eric, hang in there. We'll be right back on Hanging with the Boys.
Thank you, Jesse.
The Cowboys way, where Thanksgiving means spending the day with 100,000 of your closest family and friends to watch the game live. Where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships show us what success looks like. Where we're all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans have the power to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
Copyright 2019, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Ready? Okay. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. What's that spell?
So.
Are we gonna win?
Not if we play like we cheered.
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's cheerleaders or your wireless network, AT&T is America's best wireless network. Best network based on GWS One score September 2019.
So, you're shopping, and that's when you see it. Aisle 23. Dr. Pepper stacked from top to bottom as far as the eye can see. The phrase too good to be true comes to mind, yet there it is. A rich, delicious Dr. Pepper paradise. Wait, did that can of Dr. Pepper just open itself for you? They all are. As if to say, so nice to treat you. And even though it feels weird to talk to a can, you pick one up and say, it's so nice to be treated. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
We're back. Oh, there we go.
Hey. Come on, Kaden. I'm trying to fight for you.
We pulling your chain,
You got these guys in here taking up for you, and you telling me you can do everything. You can't even turn the damn mics on, Kaden.
Oh, Kaden, no.
Come on, now.
Kaden, put yourself on the screen, Kaden, and get at him, Kaden.
Kaden, at least you turn them off during the break.
Got him off.
At least you turn them off in the break.
Different. The bumps are included in the break.
Right.
Every other show does not.
Okay.
Why is there a hanging bump on here if it's not necessary?
Turn your mic up. Turn your mic up.
Why is there
There
a
you
hanging
go.
bump if it's not necessary? If it's already attached.
Right.
Some forewarning communication in here.
See, if you would spend a little bit of time getting to know the show and hanging out with us, you would have been prepared.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, hey.
What?
Curtis finna lead the show with something great.
Hang on, let's get some calls.
Oh, you want some calls? Okay.
We're going to go back.
Please ask a call so that we won't get engrossed in what you ask. Don't be a good
Kurt,
caller.
write your question down so you don't forget.
Caden, here's the deal.
Yes, sir.
Literally, when they start talking, you start a timer, and at 30 seconds, if they haven't shut up, you just hang up on them.
Okay.
That's how we do it. They're not going to get mad at you. They'll get mad at me. All right? So here's the first test. As soon as they start talking. All right, Mike in Atlanta, 30 seconds. Ready? Go.
Who is Mike in Atlanta?
Okay, who is this?
This is Michael and D-Land.
Okay, D-Land. Okay, hurry up, D-Land.
Caden.
Start.
Hang on, he gets an extra 10 seconds.
Okay,
Give him 40
go.
seconds. All right, go.
All right. I just called to ask Shannon what sites I should go see in Cabo. You wasted my seconds. Can you please talk?
I'll give you a list, man. You want me to start now?
Yeah, please.
All right. Come on, man. You really writing the season off?
I'm writing it off, bro. Ain't nothing else to watch. I don't see enough early shows.
I think Mike was for the Minnesota game on. I'm telling you. The Minnesota game should have told everybody what they needed to know.
Thanks for the call, Mike. What are y'all's thoughts on the rest of the season?
The Minnesota game should have told you everything you needed to know.
Because for everybody that thinks they're doing a coaching change, I don't see that. It ain't happening until the end, till they're out of the playoffs.
If Jesse said it ain't happening, it ain't happening.
And Jerry even said that this morning.
But he doubled down this morning.
He sure put him on notice. Though.
Yeah, he doubled down this morning again. Jerry, see, Mr. Jones, I've always called him Mr. Jones. I'm going to continue. Mr. Jones doubled down. He like, y'all thought I was hard. I'm the one making this decision.
Well, he doesn't have to fire Jason Garrett at the end of the year.
No, you don't.
Yeah, the contract's
out.
Yeah.
Just hire a new coach. It's not like he's firing him. So it's not like Jason will be
That's
losing.
the easy way to tell people they're getting fired. That's nice how you putting it.
I'm just saying, like, he don't have to go, hey, in fact, you don't have to have a conversation. You don't have a contract. Your keypad doesn't work anymore on the door at the end of the season.
No more free lunch.
No more free. Yeah, free lunch. Does my keypad give me free lunch?
I don't think so.
I'm an independent contract.
Hey,
Yellow badge don't get you free lunch.
Man, you can get go get you something to eat, boy.
I'm gonna tell him
you are Mr. Fourth and Long. Hey, back to the calls.
Sorry. All right, back to the calls.
Back to the calls. I'm gonna stick to my guns.
And Eric gets an extra 15 seconds because he got to tell us what he had for lunch. But as soon as he's through with telling us what he had for lunch, the clock starts, Caden. All right, Eric, what'd you have for lunch?
I had wings from Wingstop again today.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Where you been, Eric?
All right.
Got my wife to bring me some wings to work.
Where has he been?
Been a while.
I got me some lemon peppers. So I got me some lemon peppers
All right,
today.
Eric, let's go. You got 30 seconds, brother.
All right,
No, we got to talk to. Where has he been?
Yeah, where have you been?
I've been trying to call. I've been calling every week, but you guys are such a commodity now.
Oh,
Everybody's
thank
trying
you.
to get through. So we went from like 5 callers to like 15. So it's hard to get
Hey, let me ask a question, Shannon. Let me ask a question right quick. Like, hey, y'all, they just brought it up with the guy D-Land.
Uh-huh.
This season, where is it going? We should ask all the callers, where is this? Is you through with the season or what? Because the guy from D-Land just
I'm going to be very quick. I'm going to be very quick, and I'm going to say, no, I'm not. I'm frustrated. I'm tired of losing these games to like little small details. Other teams are feel like they're chiming in deeper into the game plan than we are, whatever the case may be. I'm not willing to give up, though. This team is too talented to just throw this right season off. We control our own destiny, so to me, there's no reason to throw it away. I just want to see the coaching staff. I want to see everybody involved to come up with better game plans. Do the little things. Like Jesse, you guys were talking about yesterday. If there's inclement weather, do your research. Look deep into this stuff so we can get the edge that we need, man, because
30 seconds.
Yeah. Let me say this right here, man.
I like it. Good job, Caden.
Let me say this right here.
Good job, Eric, too.
Let me say this before Jesse said. And I know it too, and everybody's sitting here knowing it. You really think they finna change something? I mean, come on. Eric, I love you calling in every week, but don't you ever call in here saying you want to see them change something. That ain't happening, bruh. They are who they are. Now, let me say this right here. I hope we can do an onside kick this week. Just to get us, just change the pace.
Just to change? Just so you say they're not going to change?
I sure hope we get on onside kick this week.
Well, you think Mr. Jones calling out the coaches like that is a good thing, that it will maybe spur some change, or is it just going to tighten up a little bit there?
Nah, Coach Jason going to do what he do.
Doesn't matter.
He's going to be who he is.
Doesn't matter.
Can't change a player's game in the 9th inning. He's going to be who he is, man.
Yeah,
Okay, all right, so we know who they are. Going back to,
do we know who they are?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Going back to what Shannon said earlier, we keep saying they're talented. They're talented. Talented.
Why are we saying that?
Why are we saying that?
Because of what we saw last year? Or
no, individually, like if you look at it in an individual basis, right? If we just start going down on names on the rosters, right? Like Amari Cooper, top 5 receiver in the league. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
That's talent.
You would think.
You would think, right? Tyron Smith, still
top 10 tackle in this league.
Right?
That's
okay.
right.
Cool. That's talent.
Yeah.
Travis Frederick?
But let me ask you this. Isn't talent like a baseball card? It's only worth what the value is, what somebody's willing to pay for it. If they're not playing up to that, which as a collective unit, you are not living up to the standard of elite talent or some of the best talent in the league because you're not winning games. Have you ever seen a team that had a ton of talent and they were at this level?
The 70s Patriots. They used to have premium talent.
But my question
just could not win.
But why?
I don't know.
Is it obviously physically they have the talent? Is it more of a mental dog in the fight type thing?
To me, all the conversation is leading back to one common denominator.
Coaching.
It's coaching. It's coaching. If you can coach, you can get a rock to be productive. Like, that's what it comes down to. And this is why I praise coaches like Phil Jackson. I praise my former college basketball coach, Roy Williams. I praise John Calipari, guys like that, because you know how hard it is to coach talent? Like, that is to get
real talent.
Like, to get a talented bunch of jokers to get in line with one mission. That to me is where your coaching takes the next level. This coaching is two things. It's being able to take mediocre talent or less than average talent and get it to play above the fray on a consistent basis, and then being able to take a collection of great talent and get it to mold and form into what you want it to be. Like, that is a unique coaching style. And this team is I mean, just littered with talented dudes, talented people. Yet, we're not squeezing all of the juice out of the fruit. There's a ton of fruit that we're not getting maximum use from. Why is that?
See, I've always thought, and again, I'm not in the room, so I don't know, but thought that Garrett was a good motivator, building a culture type guy, but when on Sundays, when it was come to game management, that was the weakness.
Right. The guys are motivated. The guys are motivated. It's a good bunch of group. It's a good group. But at the end of the day,
he's got the talent rallied, but then it breaks apart.
Now, what do? Right? Because we can sit here and say, hey, man, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and, man, we're going to go out there, we're going to have all the numbers in the world, and then you go, all right, break. Now what? Now what? I can talk you a good talk. I can motivate you to the highest levels of motivation. But the one word that we keep hearing over and over and over and over is execution. I can motivate you to do anything. How can I get you to execute it? There's a difference between motivating and application.
Mm-hmm. Jesse, can I ask a question real quick about that?
Sure.
So, I'm not hating on Dak at all. I think Dak's obviously up there for MVP and everything. But back in the day with Romo, he'd be famous for waiting for 1 second to snap the ball to set up the offense in the right position. So do you think that has something to do with it, with the play call not getting right with Dak, not switching to the correct one? Because there's a bunch of times where I feel like we're either running, we should be passing, or is it just him not relying on the right one, or is that just Romo was just special with that?
Yeah, you got some people who are special with that, but you also have to understand, where was Romo? Where was he birthed? Right? Where was he birthed? What
was his coach?
What was a group of coaches that he had that honed into his skills? That was Sean Payton. That was Bill Belichick. That's the group that he comes from. Those were the early years of his career where he's just getting all this information and knowledge from Bill, from Sean Payton. That was the foundation of what we saw later on in his career. So once you get the foundation right, now I just start building on top of that. Romo came from a different class than the Jason Garrett class. He came from Bill Parcells and Sean Payton. Those two minds right there, they're going to challenge you to do things more mentally, and then the physical part will take place. So when you talk about what Romo was, when we saw Romo in his prime, you have to understand that the core and the base of what he learned and how he learned was from Bill and from Sean. And then everything else was just taking bits and pieces from all other places that go but the solid foundation that he had already built with those guys.
And I'll go even further to when Sean, when the guy got hurt down with the Saints, you noticed that Teddy Bridgewater and the other guy had big old wristbands on both wrists. And Sean Payton, they said on national TV, Sean Payton is back calling the plays, whereas before he would give the other guy a group of numbers and let him choose what would be the better play. That is why I keep saying to Jesse, when is Dak going to reach that level? Is he there yet? See, we can't compare Dak and Tony because Tony ran the team. Dak manages the team. And so I'm wondering, when is Dak going to run the team? And so like this game here, that was, like I told you guys, that was my secret weapon. I just knew this was the game where Dak was going to, give us those couple of runs or make this perfect, even a perfect check down. Boom, I'm going to hit Zeke right here for the first, to keep this drive alive. It's ugly. I can't get this ball downfield. I mean, you got to have that feel. And a lot of times, the coach may be looking at you like, but you're saying, this is what I saw and this is what we have to do, coach. This is why we got to do it, coach. And that's why I keep asking, just when is he going to be that guy? Can he ever be that guy? Because if he can't never be that guy, if it's another coach, it's going to be another coach coming in, bringing another system, doing something different. And now he's a game managing another set of, and that ain't good. The better quarterbacks with the better teams is allowed to cherish and to flourish within the system, but with their talent. And if he never develops that, game managers don't win games. They don't win games. And that's the bottom line.
Let's go back to the phones. Byron in Virginia, welcome to the show. 30 seconds.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to make sure. First of all, this last game was the first time that I said we need a new coach, because when he decided to go for the field goal, we should have went for the end zone. And I think the problem is we've got a coordinator playing a coach. My opinion.
Thanks for the call, Byron.
Coordinator playing a coach.
I'm telling y'all, I've never been able to understand Mr. Jones after a game, because he does a lot of riddles to me. He never says nothing definite. But for the first time, I understood what he said. He said, no touchdowns. This man was led to believe in his heart that we were going to score some touchdowns this game versus that defense. He believed that our defense, he said, our defense did what it's supposed to do, because we ain't facing a real offense, not a true Tom Brady-led offense. He felt that in his heart. And he was saying it. And then he said what killed the day for him was special teams. It's no way in the world we should have lost this game, man.
How many times have you said that this year?
No, brother. No. Look at it for what it is. Coach Belichick got 2 turnovers, which they are ungodly numbers in their favor.
I'd say 3.
Yeah.
When you miss a field goal from that length.
Yeah, from that length. If Dak would have just threw a ball here if Dak would have just ran here, you're looking at a longer, prolonged drive. Now that sends Coach. What's the only thing that can send Coach Belichick into a scramble on defense? The only thing that ever happened over the years is a quarterback that can move around, or a quarterback that can get that ball out real, real fast. That's the only thing that ever got him. And on defense, on offense, the only thing that gets him is somebody that can get pressure up the middle, a la the Giants. Constant pressure up the middle. Every game they have lost in the Super Bowl or a big game because pressure coming up the middle on Tom Brady. No matter how you needed to do that, then you need to do that. No matter what you had to sell out to do that, you had to do that. The game dictated that you did that. You knew that going in, and you knew that leaving the game. Special teams, we knew. Everybody, the world knew. That is why I believe the only difference that we had that they did not have was a quarterback that could move. If our quarterback would have got a couple of first downs or even just threatened them with the run, I think we're looking at a different game. Now, I never discount New England. They're the best at what they do. But I do know what trips them up. So
let's take one more call before we go to our last break. Casey in South Carolina, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, guys. Love the show.
Thank you.
You bet. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about Sunday and after the game. I think the players do emulate Garrett because after the game, Garrett talks to the press conference and he gives excuses and he talks about the weather and we didn't do good enough and obviously we wanted to do better. And then our players start hashtagging tripping and making excuses that way when all you got to do is play smarter on the field.
30.
Hey, Caden with the cutthroat.
I like it.
Quick on it.
I like it.
Quick on it.
What do you think about that, Jess?
Attitude reflects leadership. Let's go to the next caller.
Ooh.
Cool.
Ooh.
Bob in Las Vegas, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's hard to win when you got a substitute teacher as a head coach. you know what happened when you went to class and you had a substitute? You just did whatever you wanted.
No, sir. I was a model student.
You're the only one.
I was like you, dog. I acted up.
And this team has no swagger. I mean, they look like they're just going through the motions. You look at the Ravens, the 49ers, even the Patriots. They have swagger. We just go out there, we look lost. And honestly, we talk about talent. There's three guys that are playing better: Dak, Gallup, and Williams. Everybody else has declined from last year.
Thanks for the call. That's how you do it, Bob. That's how you do it. Why'd you push your mic away, Nate?
He hit on something.
No one can hear you.
Tell us.
That's right.
Okay, we're going to find out what he hit on, and we'll see if we can get Nate to talk about it when we come back. Hang with the boys.
Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Want to show your Texas and team pride too? You can. By purchasing your own Stetson, you can look just like how the flag guys do on field at every home game. Stetson hats, the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys and your favorite football team. Get yours today in the Stadium Pro Shop or at Stetson.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the OtterBox Boys.
OtterBox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. OtterBox is the official outfitter of tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And OtterBox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes: a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at otterbox.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Whether you're into being a part of this or more into something like this, SeatGeek has the tickets to the events you love. It's the easiest way to find, buy, and sell tickets. Plus, with their Deal Score technology, they'll recommend the best seats in the house at the best value. So the next time you're craving this,
Blue 20.
download the SeatGeek app and let's go. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Back. What's today? Wednesday? Today's Tuesday?
Y'all going off the Jedi mind trick days or y'all going off the actual days?
Today's Thursday.
Today's the team's Thursday.
Today's the team's Thursday?
Today's our Tuesday.
Today's the team's
Friday, right?
Friday.
Jedi mind tricks.
Top 2 football teams in the Big 12 Conference will face off in the Big 12 Championship game on Saturday, December 7th at AT&T Stadium. Kickoff's at 11 a.m. Don't miss your opportunity to get tickets before they sell out. Tickets are on sale now at SeatGeek.com. Who's in that game? Have they?
It's going to either be Baylor and Oklahoma.
Remember your Tommy Johns, too.
Baylor and Oklahoma.
Exclusive Cowboys underwear.
Yeah.
TommyJohn.com/Cowboys.
You talked about that last break.
No. We jumped right into it.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I have my Tommy Johns on today.
Your mom's?
That dude, that last caller said.
I'm going to present them
that
to
last caller said,
on the
but
show
3
tomorrow.
guys been playing, and only the others seem like we've taken a step back over the weeks. It seemed like we taking a step back as players. Do you think some of the players are taking a step back or disappeared?
What 3 are you talking?
He said that
Dak, Gallup, and
Williams.
Williams.
Is it Connor Williams?
It's only Williams.
I don't know who the
It
Williams
ain't
is.
Terrence.
No, it's not Terrence. He's in the XFL.
Being the best he can be.
What Williams is he talking about?
Gotta be Connor Williams.
He's the only
right?
Williams.
Only
Has he
Williams.
But guess what?
Has he
Because
stepped
we
up
ain't
this
called
year?
no bad in 3 or 4 games. The kid, before he got injured, he was doing all right. Now the game he got injured, they kind of slung him around a little bit.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the phones. Our buddy Costas in New York. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. So I don't think the season is over. However, there's a caveat to that. I think, and it might be blasphemous even saying this, I think we have to lose Thursday because that's the only way we'll get a new head coach because we need a fire. I believe we have the talent, and we can do it. And I'm also afraid that Amari and Dak won't sign with this coaching staff. Okay, thanks, guys. Listen again. Talk soon. Bye.
All right, look, y'all stop. Y'all just stop. That is not happening.
Can't wish defeat.
If that happens, Jesse will run around this complex with my mom's drawers on.
No, you missed that opportunity already. She didn't cover. The Cowboys lost.
Yeah, you got by the first game. You didn't have to sweat the last
I was like,
game.
ooh.
Got both. What's your point?
Yeah, no, I said that. But go ahead.
He said
Go ahead.
that.
We don't, listen,
He
Nate,
said man.
There's so much greatness that I say. We don't have to put all that stuff out. People steal my stuff all the time. So much greatness that I spew.
He has said
so much
that.
truth that I spew.
How many times have he said that,
Said
man?
what?
Especially with Dak. He said that Dak could be waiting on to see who's the next coaching staff.
Makes sense.
He's not.
You believing in that too, Kurt?
I don't know. It's a little bit conspiracy theory, but you could see the point. I mean, his career is, he's going to sign a 5-6 year deal, whatever it is. I mean, he might want to know who's going to be leading him.
If there is a change, to me, unless they get embarrassed in a game like Wade did in Green Bay,
right?
I think they ride this out because you're still on course to make the playoffs. Even if you're 8-8,
let me ask you this question.
Okay,
this is
questions.
This is random.
Okay, is this a conspiracy theory or is this the voice of reason?
This is just a question.
Okay,
this is no conspiracy. Just a question.
All right.
Dak is the franchise quarterback of this football team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to say that's for the foreseeable future, right?
Yes.
Do you think Steven or Jerry or any one of the Joneses come to him if this thing goes
south, real bad,
and ask who he wants
and says, "Who do you want?"
I think it'd be smart.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
What kind of system do you like?
What right? Or says, "All right, Dak, between you and I, here are the 5 names that we're thinking. What do you think?"
Doesn't that happen either one way or the other?
My question is, has he ascended to that part, to that place in his career,
you're giving him that input
where he's in the conversation? Not saying he's going to pick the next head coach, but they bring him in for a conversation and saying, "We're going to sign you. We're going to sign you for a 5-6 year deal. Cool, wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. What do you think? Or is it you deal with what we bring in here?
It happened in Cleveland, and how's that going?
It's a little bit of a slippery slope because you don't want players,
calling the shots.
Yeah, but it does make sense that you want some input from your franchise guy.
I mean, if you're paying him that money, don't you want him to have a system that he's comfortable with or that he prefers? Or
what if they're looking at a defensive-minded coach?
We cannot go that route.
No?
We cannot go that route.
Defensive route or
we cannot go the defense route.
Okay.
Because
this is an offensive league.
Because if you want, this is what I would ask Dak. If I don't think the Jones is going to ask him too much anyway, but if I were to ask Dak, my question is, are you ready to go to the next level? Because the coach that we're bringing in here is going to ask you to be more. See, and I hate to go back to the game last night where the owner of Baltimore, along with the GM and the coach, said, we ain't giving this kid pieces of nothing. We ain't making him feel like he's got to adjust. Everything we do offensively is going to be about him. That's from the head coach to the offensive coordinator to the receiving coaches. And they went out and got Greg Roman, got the other coach out who's been an offensive coordinator forever. They loved him dearly, but they went to him and conversed with him and said, no, this is about him. So they went and built that. So now my question is, if Jason Garrett is not here, is the Jones is willing to sell out offensively for Dak? That is the question. Because if you're not, the average going to stay average. The average, I'm being honest now, y'all. The average going to stay average. And in 2 years, we'll be saying, well, Malkovich Joe ain't what we thought he was. Because Dak seemed to be taking a step back. He just okay. See, because believe it or not, it's still about that quarterback. And everybody laughed at me yesterday. We doing a little radio show, and I said, y'all, the greatest we think their defense played, and Gilmore and everything, who got that one touchdown? Who got that one? It still was Tom Brady. Got that one touchdown. Who threw that ball to this guy who hadn't caught nothing all day, who 27 was all over him, the little Edelman. But when they needed it the most, they connected. So it's going to be about that quarterback. It's too early. If Dak was, if he was where Rodgers is today, or there's other elite guys, then you go get a defensive. You go get a defensive guy. We don't need no defensive guy.
All right, let's see if we can squeeze a couple more calls in before we get out of here. Scott in Jersey, what's happening?
Hey guys, what's going on? I only got 30 seconds.
Now hold on. This is my no, Scott. You got 4. This is my guy, Scott. Scott been rocking with me. Scott been rocking with me since the other station. I mean, right. Late night post game. Scott been rocking with me.
Give him 10 seconds.
So Scott, Scott, my guy, man.
Go ahead on, Scott. Go ahead on.
45 seconds.
I'm over New England. I'm on to Buffalo. And Buffalo,
thank you, brother.
This is what's going to happen. We are going to blow Buffalo out. We're going to have a great game. It's going to kind of ease the pain. And then the next week, I don't care who we play the next 2 weeks. We play Patriots in 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks, we're going to have gigantic games. We're going to look good. And then the talk about the head coach getting fired is going to kind of simmer down a little bit. And then before you know it, it's going to be next year. We're going to be at 5-6 again, and we're going to be in the same exact conversation.
Don't do that, Scott. Don't do that, Scott. Don't do that.
Until they solve this. They have to solve this problem. They
Stop
have
you,
to.
boy.
They have to go beat up Buffalo. Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks,
Stop
Scott.
you, boy, man. Stop you, boy.
Is he wrong?
If this team, if
y'all don't do like this today.
If this team is not in an NFC Championship game, and Jason Garrett is our coach next season,
what you gonna do?
I'm done with media. No, I'm playing. I'm gonna wear draws all next year. I'm gonna go buy draws and wear them all. No, but how do you sell that? Like, my thing is, how do you sell that to your fan base?
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry is the master. There is
a salesman. Yeah,
there is no one, I don't think, that is a greater salesman than Jerry LaMarcus Jones.
Jerry LaMarcus, baby. Mr. Jerry LaMarcus. I like that.
But how will you package this up?
You can't.
I just find it so.
You got to get there. You got to get there.
If for nothing else, I don't know if this team isn't playing in an NFC Championship game. I don't know how. And again, this dude is a marketing, selling god. But I will find it hard to believe that you can come together, put together a plan that you're going to be able to say, come out next year because we're bringing back Jason Garrett and this team is going to the Super Bowl. I don't know how you get 90,000 people.
And here's the thing, all these fans that are calling in that are pissed off and wanting to get rid of him, if you make it to the NFC Championship game, guess what? You're going to be okay, and you're going to be like, you know what? Well, let's give him a 1 or 2 year extension. He got him playing. He rallied them at the right time. They got there.
Reel off about 7 straight wins.
Yeah, 7 straight wins, and you're good. Watch.
No.
Let's go back to the phones. Our last call of the day, Isaac in Houston. 30 seconds. What's happening?
Hey, guys. So as a fan's perspective, I kind of feel like we can be overreacting at times. Want to hear your thoughts on this. So turnovers have been awful for us. Our offense is number 1 in the league, or at least used to be. I feel like we're hitting our stride in a lot of different areas, but we're not doing ourselves any favors by putting our offenses in position to win. Terrible field position, no turnovers, no picks. Want to hear your thoughts on, do you think Rod Marinelli, Coach Richard should be more on the hot seat than they are right now?
Good questions. What do you guys think?
Oh, definitely.
They're all on the hot seat.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you something.
You're talking wholesale changes if there's a change, right? Across the board.
You cannot keep any of the guys. You cannot get rid of Jason Garrett. Oh, you can. I can't tell nobody who to get rid of. But you cannot ask this guy to walk out the door and not give him a contract. Then you got guys sitting here from his staff. The next coach that comes in here is he knows that he's not going to have overall power, but he going to want his staff.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, if you walk in here as a coach and it's not your staff, and then, okay.
Ask Wade Phillips how that went.
You have a bad 1 or 2 seasons, then all of a sudden you start getting your staff in here. Now, the 8-8 is still there. The 8-8 is still going to be there because the players do not see your direction. Okay, this guy ain't coaching it how I want, Mr. Jones. So now we get a new offensive coordinator. This guy ain't coaching it right, Mr. Jones. Hey, now we get a new defensive coordinator. So we 2 or 3 years into this of 8-8 again. So if you decide to get rid of Mr. Jason Garrett, you got to let this whole staff get up out of here. You got to let him go because you want this new guy to feel like, okay, we starting fresh. We got impact players. Let's put this package together and let's go.
And the only thing that I would fight that with, and this is why this change should have been made a while ago, because you're getting ready to give a guy $35+ million, and if you bring in, this is the scary part.
Right.
If you're bringing in, look at Matt Ryan, look at all these guys who've dealt with multiple offensive coordinators. This guy's known one system his entire career. He's finally, what it seems, to be getting this thing down pat and like, okay, this is finally making sense. Now, if I bring in a new guy whose language is different,
start all over, right?
You start all over again. I don't, and that's the scary part, Nate, because if we start all over again, I just gave one dude close to $40 million. Now I got to go through growing pains with the $40 million a year check that I have to write. Because I don't know who they're going to bring in. Now, they may promote within. They may do that. But if they bring in a guy and he brings in a whole new system, Dak now has to go back to the drawing board And how long will that take for him
to catch back up
to speed of this particular new offense and be successful?
So what the caller said earlier may makes better sense than what I'm saying, because maybe you do need to bring a defensive coach and leave that offense kind of intact. So you get what I'm saying? Maybe that may be a better thing.
And it might be.
Yeah.
But this is the scary part about, letting Jason Garrett go, keeping Jason Garrett, or some sort of resemblance of what he's done, because I'm getting ready to give this dude a boatload of money. I'm getting ready to give him northern of $35 million.
And two coaches, two owners that are mad right now, that's in the NFC, two owners who are upset, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Rams.
Because their quarterbacks aren't playing.
So that's something that you have to take in consideration.
Careful what you wish for.
What is it going? What is it going to be with my quarterback if I bring in an entirely new offensive staff? How long will it take him for that information to correlate to having success on the field? Because now you're talking about another year, 2 years for him to really get ingratiated and have this offense down pat before we have success.
That's
at $40 million. I don't know if Jerry wants to have that $40 million a year wait. That's a lot of money to be put into a dude to wait for this thing to transpire.
And your offensive line's not getting any younger. They've started to have health issues.
Zeke ain't getting any younger. He don't have the burst. I'm sorry. He don't have the burst. I know you feel some kind of way. But you're going to pay.
Look at that look.
You're going to pay him
you like you was a cheeseburger that fell off his plate.
I beg to differ.
You're going to pay. You can beg to differ.
He was the only sweetness up in that muck in Foxborough. He was the.
I thought
Kurt,
he looked
where
good.
you at?
I thought
he was the only clarity.
I thought he looked good.
Nah, he did look good in Foxborough.
Yeah.
Let me say this right here.
But wait. You're about to give Amari and Dak $16 to $18 million, $36 to $39 million. And you're talking about bringing in a whole new coaching staff and a whole new offense.
See, I feared this yesterday. I feared this.
I told y'all I didn't want to take calls today because we knew where it was going to go. Because y'all were like, should we talk about Buffalo? Should we talk about the Patriots? I said, if we take calls, we know where it's going. And where did it go? Straight to the coaching staff.
But that's why I said we should have moved on to Buffalo.
It wouldn't have mattered.
But back to this right here. There was only one clear and precise thing this past game that was obvious and standing out at the forefront.
That it was
that
raining
Bill Belichick was the best coach on the football field. All right, that's a great show for the day.
It was Ezekiel Elliott representing the star.
So now we're going back to being Zeke team.
No, it's that team.
Well, you said before that the line wasn't giving him holes, so the line played up.
Oh, they played better. But see, this is if you watch the game, which we all did. That's just a phrase I use. They came out in the first every beginning of every quarter. They come out Sony Michel 3, Sony Michel 5. Then they get us backing up. Then they start throwing. Whether they complete or not, they start throwing. Second quarter, Sony Michel. Sony Michel, Burkhardt. They were hitting them. They was hitting them, man. Is it Burkhardt? Burkhead. Okay. They was hitting them.
Burkhardt's the announcer. Burkhead's the running back.
Both of them, sorry. Anyway. Anyway, not the running back, but the announcer.
He just lost his train.
They. Now I lost my train of thought because Jesse mentioned it. They knew how to sprinkle in their run. We forgot about our run because we should have been able to sprinkle that in and continue to be successful. But anyway, let the callers tell it, and the way we talk today, Coach Garrett already gone.
Good calls tomorrow in studio. Mama Gross, she's bringing some treats.
All right.
Kurt, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Jesse, thanks for being here, man. Nate, thanks for bringing it. Caden, finally got to be a part of the show.
Caden, I brag on you, me and Jesse fight for you, then you messed the wrong button.
Are you back tomorrow or is Douglas back with us?
That's your call.
Ooh. Maybe we bring y'all both in the studio and whoever
y'all kick Bro Will out. Y'all kick Bro Will.
Yeah, where's William?
William's back here.
Okay,
yeah.
William. All right, well, let's get out of here tomorrow. Maybe
we
we'll
pick
talk
games and Mama Groves.
Maybe we'll talk Buffalo Cowboys.
6'3", where's 6'3"?
His father's been ill, so he's been helping take care of his dad. Yeah,
Tell him we're sorry,
talked to him last night, so he said he thinks he's going to be all right. He should be getting
Country
home
Wayne,
soon,
where he at?
I saw him on a podcast with two pretty young ladies the other day.
Who is that?
Dero?
Yeah.
Oh, his dad's sick, but he on the podcast with two lovely ladies. But he couldn't come see the ugly guy.
Two pretty young things too.
How long ago was this?
About 3-4 days ago.
I need to do some investigating.
Huh?
I need to do some investigating.
Pretty young things too.
What would you want? Would you choose a bunch of?
Hell no.
I bet you wasn't fumbling.
Yeah. I bet he was saying Oski.
We'll be back tomorrow. Get big.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this,